Morning day traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So pretty volatile day today as expected with all the noise, and we had some really good earnings come out as well. So I have a feeling that we have a bit of a flag brewing here for another move to the upside. Yes, it is a pin bar hanging man at the moment. Obviously we need to look for a sort of a break on a higher time frame, not so much, probably a half hour will do, above the high of yesterday. That would be a break above that bar, which would give us some more upside. Okay, trend is still up. There's no doubt about that. The trend is very strong to the upside, so you should be looking for longs. 3 hour, so we did have this potential panic of a break below the alligator, which is never to be interpreted as a trend change. You want to see a break, a close below the alligator, then you want to see a retest of the alligator that fails. In other words, we come back to try break to the upside, which fails, and then it starts moving up the downside. That's your confirmation of a trend change. Okay. So what we have at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, is a sort of a flag break. And so it's pretty much a megaphone break at the moment. So that's kind of what I have. We've got a close above there. So for me, we're looking at longs. This is also wise man number one, this pin bar here. Okay. So what we're looking for now is pretty much more of a move to the upside. Okay, so moving to the lower time frame, you can see we had a gap down. We came up, we tested the alligator, and we broke away. We came back. There's another test which indicated a short. You got your short, picked up your level. Okay, didn't quite close that gap, but did come to this area here, and this is pretty much my inside tail. So that's always your first target. So I often say, everybody says to me, you wait for the gap, and this is why I don't wait for gaps, because there's my first targets where ambushes will come in. Then you can see there's a lot happening here with opening and closing around there. Then there will always be that, and then that, and then there's the gap. So you can see when you've got structure like this, guys are waiting here to ambush you, because there's so many people that are driving for the gap close. And I mean, I don't know what the odds on the gap close, but you probably got a 50-50 chance or a 60-40 chance of the gap closing. So when people are playing those odds, and the ambushes of recently, which are pretty much algorithms, are waiting for you. They're waiting with their entries, and then they start climbing in with their longs. And of course, most of us will have trailing stops or will be moving stops down as we're heading towards a gap. And as those stops get triggered, this is what happens. We get this acceleration away. Okay, so always be wary of gaps. Look for a take profit area that's more logical than the gap, and take the bulk of your profit there. By all means, keep a runner, and then keep a stop on that runner fairly close. Okay, so anyway, enough of that rambling. So at the moment, we bounced off. We have broken through the alligator. What I want to do, I want to see a pullback. So I want to see a pullback back into more than likely, there's two areas here that we can look at. I'm not entirely convinced that's going to happen, but we're looking for either 12.924 or 12.911 for a pullback. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment, some kind of a pullback. You see on the half hour, there's the test, failed, pulled back, and then we had to break. Okay, and this is also 1, 2, 3, 4. So we tried 4 times to get back through, and then got the move. Okay, so I think the trick for today is pretty much taking the 12 or 15 minute chart and looking for an entry. So I still believe any sort of pullback into this area here, Okay, so that's between 12,924 and 12,911. That is a buying opportunity. Okay, we do have a fractal break at the moment. So there's our fractal break there. So that is a long signal. So don't be too surprised. If it stays sort of, even if it comes back into this area here and then moves to the upside, as long as it doesn't break below this fractal of 12,924, if that holds, then it's definitely an opportunity for a long. Where we are at the moment, we are fairly flat. So we're at 12,916. 12,916. We're actually not flat. We're a little bit below the close, so we're hovering down here. Okay, so it's already in an area where I think buyers are going to step in. Okay, so that's my view at the moment. Straight with the trend, long it is. Just got to wait for the pullback, and I'm using the 12-minute for this today. If we just close off with Ichimoku, 12-minute gives me exactly the same view on the Ichimoku. And I mean, when you look at that pin bar there, that's proper indication of buyers stepping in. Okay, whenever you see that kind of stuff, you've got a high probability of trading with that trend. If we look at the hour, we're at top of cloud. We are bearish, we are bearish, we are bullish. So we have some mixed signals here. So for me, still, I'm looking for a pullback, and then hopefully we get a twist. Well, we won't get a twist in the cloud. That'll take a while, but hopefully we get a crossover of Kijisen and Tekinson, which will give me our second bullish signal, plus above the cloud, which should be worth the trade to the upside, just keeping a tight stop. 4 hour, we've had a bearish crossover. Okay, so another mixed signal at the moment, but what I do expect is after 1 or 2 4-hour bars that we get a bullish crossover, and that bullish crossover above the cloud is very bullish. Okay, and if we look at the daily, we are flat, so it's expecting more consolidation at the moment. But remember, this is 26 periods behind, so we need to take cognizance of the lower time frames as well. Okay, now I still believe we're looking for longs. Just use a lower time frame, 12, 10, 15-minute time frame, and doesn't matter what strategy you trade, just look for the levels. Okay, and this level here is a very logical level, which is 12,924, and then also you have a bit of flat cloud here, which could also work, just 12,920. Okay, and the deeper you pull back, the better your trade is, because your stop is going to be below this fractal. Okay, so if we stay above this fractal, that'll be your stop area. If we get below this fractal, then you're looking for an entry in one of these tails, and your stop is below 12881. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Definitely looking for longs, looking to trade with this trend, and just need to wait for the pullback, and then we're in. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.